Have you ever stopped to think that everything you experience today could be connected to something much greater, something written in the stars? What if I told you that the universe has already prepared a path of abundance especially for those born under the sign of Aries, and that this path will powerfully unfold in 2025? Well, my friend, there are clear signs, concrete proof that wealth is knocking on Aries' door. And I'm not just talking about money in your pocket. I'm talking about a profound transformation that will bring prosperity to all areas of life. If you're an Aries or know someone of this sign, you need to stay until the end of this video, because I'll reveal the 11 proofs that show that abundance will manifest in an impressive way. These are signs you may already be feeling, but perhaps haven't realized yet. And those who don't pay attention to these messages may miss out on incredible opportunities that the cosmos is preparing. So relax, sit back, and come with me on this journey, because what you'll discover could completely change the way you see your future. First, evidence. The energy of Mars is stronger than ever. Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, and this is no coincidence. This planet carries the energy of action, courage, and the will to succeed. In 2025, Mars will pass through very favorable positions in the sky, creating a powerful energy field for Aries. You know that feeling that you need to act, that the time has come to pursue your dreams? Well then, that feeling will be even more intense. Mars will awaken within you a strength that may have been dormant for years. It's as if the universe is lighting a flame within you, a flame that will illuminate the path to prosperity. And don't think this is something abstract or far from reality. No. This energy manifests itself in very practical ways. You will feel more willing to work, more courage to make important decisions, more eager to step out of your comfort zone. And it is precisely in this movement that wealth begins to appear. Because abundance doesn't fall from the sky alone. It comes when we set ourselves in motion, when we act with determination. And Mars will give you exactly that, the strength to act. Many people spend their entire lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for everything to be just right before they begin. But the secret is that the perfect moment is now, when you decide to act. And in 2025, Aries will feel this firsthand. It will be impossible to stand still. The energy of Mars will pull you forward, making you see opportunities where before you only saw problems. And you know what's most incredible? This energy doesn't just benefit your finances. It brings prosperity in every way. Truer relationships, better health, projects that finally come to fruition. Because when we align with the energy of our ruling planet, everything flows more naturally. It's like swimming with the current instead of fighting it. So if you're an Aries, pay attention to this first test. Feel this energy within you. It's already beginning to manifest, and it will only grow stronger. Don't let it go unnoticed. Use this strength to your advantage, put your plans into action, and pursue your goals with all the intensity that only an Aries can muster. Because Mars is on your side, and when Mars is in your favor, nothing can stop you. Second test. Jupiter brings expansion and good fortune to finances. Jupiter is known as the planet of luck, expansion, and abundance. And in 2025, it will experience a very special position that directly benefits Aries. Jupiter will open doors that seemed locked, bring unexpected opportunities, and make things happen at just the right time. You know when you need something and suddenly it appears in your life without you even asking for it? Well, that's Jupiter's energy at work. And for Aries in 2025, this will happen very frequently. It could be a job offer that comes out of nowhere, a business that finally takes off, or money that comes in when you need it most. Jupiter has this gift of multiplying things. It takes what you already have and increases, expands, and makes it grow. That's why it's so important that you're attentive and open to receiving. Often, we get so focused on problems that we fail to see the solutions that are right in front of us. Jupiter comes precisely to open our eyes, to make us realize that there are paths we never imagined. And the most beautiful thing is that Jupiter also brings an energy of optimism, faith, and confidence. Because there's no point in opportunities appearing if we don't believe we deserve them, if we don't have the courage to seize them. Jupiter will give you this courage, will make you believe you are capable, that you deserve all the abundance that is coming. And this is fundamental. Prosperity begins in the mind, in the way we think about ourselves and the world. If you believe that life is difficult, that money is scarce, that you'll never achieve it, then that's what will manifest. But if you change this mindset, if you start to believe that the universe is generous, that there is abundance for everyone, that you are worthy of good things, then everything changes. And Jupiter is there precisely to help you in this transformation. It will show you that life can be easier than you imagine, that things can flow naturally when we align with the right energy. So, my friend, open your heart to receive. Believe that good things are on their way. And when opportunities arise, don't hesitate, don't be afraid. Grab them with both hands and go for it. Jupiter is on your side, and with it, anything is possible. Third test. The sun illuminates the path to prosperity. The sun has a special energy for all signs, but for Aries, it brings an even more intense power. The sun represents our essence, who we truly are, our inner brilliance. And in 2025, the sun will pass through positions that will illuminate the path of Aries in a very clear way. It's as if a light is turned on within you, showing you exactly where you need to go. You know when we're confused, unsure of what decision to make, unsure of which direction to follow? Well then, the sun comes to end that confusion. It brings clarity, direction, purpose. And when we know where we're going, it's much easier to get there. The sun also brings an energy of confidence, self-esteem, and personal power. It makes you realize how capable you are, how valuable you are, how deserving you are of happiness and prosperity. And this realization is fundamental to attracting wealth. Because wealth doesn't come only from hard work. It also comes from how we see ourselves. If you see yourself as small, limited, and worthless, then it's difficult to attract abundance. But if you see yourself as powerful, capable, and deserving, then abundance comes naturally. The sun helps you see yourself this way. It shows you that you are a being of light, full of potential, full of talents. And when you realize this, everything changes. You start to act differently, to make decisions more aligned with who you truly are, to pursue what truly matters. And that's when prosperity happens. Because you're no longer living other people's lives. You're living your own, following your own path. And the universe always rewards those who have the courage to be authentic, to be true. So let the sun guide you. Pay attention to the signs, the intuitions, the certainties that come from the depths of your heart. Because these are the signs of the universe showing you the way. And in 2025, these signs will be clearer than ever for Aries. If you're enjoying this content and feeling that these words are touching your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I want to know where the Aries are who are ready to receive all this abundance. And if these messages are making a difference in your life, consider subscribing to the channel. That way, you'll help strengthen this work and bring this knowledge to even more people. Shall we continue? Fourth test. Venus brings balance and attracts prosperity in relationships. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and harmony. And in 2025, it will be in a position that greatly favors Aries, especially when it comes to relationships and partnerships. Because wealth doesn't come only from individual work, it also comes from the connections we make, from the people we interact with. Venus will bring into your life people who will add value, who will help you grow. They could be business partners, supportive friends, or people who present you with opportunities. The important thing is that you are open to these connections. Often we become so closed off, so focused on doing everything alone, that we don't realize there are people around us ready to help us. Venus comes precisely to open our hearts, to make us realize that life is easier when we walk together. And this doesn't mean you're weak or incapable. Quite the opposite. It means you're wise, that you understand that unity is strength. Venus also brings an energy of gratitude, of appreciation for the good things in life. And this energy is essential for attracting prosperity, because when we are grateful for what we already have, the universe sends even more good things. It's as if gratitude were a magnet for abundance. So, in 2025, cultivate this energy of gratitude. Be thankful for the little things, for the people around you, for the opportunities that arise. And you'll see how life will begin to surprise you in incredible ways. Venus also brings beauty and harmony to the environment. So, take care of the space where you live, the space where you work. Keep everything organized, clean, and beautiful. Because the external environment reflects our internal state. And when we take care of what's outside, we also take care of what's inside. And a harmonious environment attracts positive energy, attracts prosperity, and attracts peace. Venus invites you to create this harmony in your life, to seek balance between work and rest, between giving and receiving, between the individual and the collective. And when you find this balance, everything flows more smoothly, more naturally. Aries tend to be intense, full of energy, always wanting to do everything at once. And that's wonderful. It's the Aries fire burning brightly. But Venus comes to remind you that it's also important to slow down sometimes, to appreciate the journey, to celebrate the small victories. Because life isn't just about getting there, it's also about enjoying the journey. So let Venus bring this gentleness, this beauty, this harmony into your life. And you'll see how prosperity will arrive in a lighter, more enjoyable and fuller way. Fifth test. Saturn teaches discipline and builds solid foundations. Saturn is the planet of discipline, responsibility, and structure. Many people fear Saturn because it's demanding. It doesn't let anything slip by. But the truth is, Saturn is a great teacher. And in 2025, it will teach Aries valuable lessons. Lessons that will build a solid foundation for lasting prosperity. Because there's no point in having money coming in if we don't know how to manage it, if we don't have the structure to maintain it. Saturn comes precisely to teach you this, the importance of organization, planning, and discipline. It will show you that you can't build an empire on sand. You need strong foundations. And this may mean you'll have to make difficult choices, that you'll have to give up some things to focus on what really matters. Saturn isn't the planet of ease. It's the planet of hard work, effort, and dedication. But it's also the planet of lasting rewards, of achievements that last forever. Everything you build under Saturn's influence will be solid, consistent, and will stand the test of time. So don't be afraid of Saturn. Embrace its teachings. If it's asking you to be more organized, then be organized. If it's asking you to be more disciplined, then be. If it's asking you to take on more responsibility, then do it. Because all of this is preparing you to receive and maintain the prosperity that's coming. Saturn also brings an energy of maturity and wisdom. It makes you grow, mature, and realize what truly matters in life. And this is essential to attracting true wealth. Because wealth isn't just about having a lot of money. It's about peace, health, meaningful relationships, and purpose. And Saturn helps you build all of this. It shows you that life isn't a race, it's a marathon. It's not about who gets there first, it's about who gets there well, who gets there in one piece. Aries tend to be impatient. They want everything yesterday. But Saturn comes to teach you the value of patience, the value of building things step by step, brick by brick. And when you learn this lesson, you become unstoppable. Because you no longer depend on luck, you depend on your own effort, your own ability to build. And that's a power no one can take away from you. So in 2025, take advantage of Saturn's teachings. It may be challenging at times, it may require effort, but in the end it will be worth it. Because you will have built something solid, something real, something that will last forever. Sixth test. Neptune awakens intuition and spiritual connection. Neptune is the planet of dreams, intuition, and spirituality. And in 2025, it will awaken in Aries a deep connection with the invisible world, with subtle energies, and with inner wisdom. Because prosperity doesn't come only from the material world, it also comes from the spiritual world. Neptune will help you develop your intuition, listen to your heart, and trust the signs the universe sends. And this intuition will be a powerful guide for your financial and professional decisions. How often do we ignore that feeling in our stomach that tells us something isn't right? How often do we fail to follow that impulse pulling us in a different direction? Neptune comes to remind you of the importance of listening to these messages. Because they are how the universe communicates with us, how it guides us to the best path. And when we learn to listen, when we learn to trust, things begin to flow almost magically. Neptune also brings an energy of compassion, empathy, and connection with something greater. It makes you realize that you are not alone on this journey, that you are part of something much bigger. And this realization brings peace, comfort, and security. Because even in difficult times, you know there is a greater force guiding, protecting, and sustaining you. And this faith is essential to attracting prosperity. Because when we have faith, we act with confidence, we make decisions with courage, and we move forward even when the path seems uncertain. Neptune also invites you to dream big, to imagine possibilities, to visualize the future you desire. And this visualization is a powerful tool for manifestation. Because the universe responds to our thoughts, our emotions, and our intentions. When we visualize something with clarity and emotion, we are sending a message to the universe, telling it that this is what we want to attract. And the universe responds, bringing situations, people, and opportunities that will help us realize this dream. So in 2025, set aside time to dream, to meditate, to connect with your essence. Listen to your intuition, trust the signs, and believe that a greater wisdom is guiding you. Neptune is inviting you on a spiritual journey that will transform not only your material life, but also your inner life. And when we grow within, everything around us grows too. 7th test. Uranus brings unexpected and liberating changes. Uranus is the planet of change, surprises, and freedom. And in 2025, it will bring unexpected transformations to Aries that will open up completely new paths. Uranus has this revolutionary energy. It doesn't like routine, it doesn't like limits. It wants to break patterns, it wants to innovate, it wants to create something different. And for Aries, who already have this pioneering energy, Uranus will be like an extra boost, an explosion of creativity and courage. The changes Uranus brings can be scary at first because we have no control over them. We don't know exactly where they will take us. But that's precisely where the magic lies. Because Uranus takes us out of our comfort zone, places us in new situations, forces us to grow. And it's in this growth that prosperity happens. Because when we're comfortable, we don't evolve, we don't expand. But when we're challenged, when we're placed in different situations, we discover capabilities we didn't even know we had. Uranus also brings an energy of freedom and independence. It invites you to live your life your way, to follow your own path, to not be tied to what others expect of you. And for Aries, who highly value autonomy, this is essential. In 2025, you may feel a strong desire to free yourself from situations that hold you back, from relationships that limit you, from jobs that no longer satisfy you. And it's important that you listen to this call. Because life is too short to spend time doing things that don't make us happy. Uranus gives you the courage to make radical changes, to make bold decisions, to take risks for your happiness. And these changes may seem crazy to others, but to you they make perfect sense. Because you're following your heart, you're being true to who you truly are. Uranus also brings innovation, creativity, and new ideas. So in 2025, you may have incredible insights, discover completely new ways of doing things, and create innovative projects. And these ideas could be the key to the prosperity you so desperately seek. Because the world is always changing, and those who innovate, who adapt, who create something new, have a much greater chance of prospering. So don't be afraid of the changes Uranus brings. Embrace them, throw yourself into them. Trust that they are leading you to a better place. Even if the path is uncertain, even if you don't know exactly what you'll find, trust. Because Uranus knows what it's doing. It's freeing you, opening doors, showing you possibilities you never imagined existed. 8th trial. Pluto profoundly transforms and renews. Pluto is the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth. And when I talk about death, I'm not talking about something bad. I'm talking about letting go of what no longer serves us, what needs to die so that something new can be born. In 2025, Pluto will work intensely in the lives of Aries, bringing profound transformations that will completely renew the way you view life and prosperity. Pluto touches the deepest layers of our being, going to the root of things. It doesn't accept superficiality. It seeks truth, it seeks authenticity. And this can be uncomfortable, because Pluto will force you to face aspects of yourself that you might prefer not to see. It could be old fears, past traumas, or limiting beliefs you've carried for years. But Pluto will show you all of this so you can release it, so you can transform. Because while we carry this baggage, we can't truly thrive. It weighs us down, limits us, and prevents us from soaring. Pluto comes to lift this weight, to clear the path, to renew. And this process of transformation can be intense. It can be painful at times, but it's necessary. It's like a butterfly needing to emerge from its cocoon. The process is difficult, but it's what allows it to fly. In 2025, you may feel like you're going through a symbolic death, a transformation so profound that it feels like you're becoming a completely different person. And in a way you are. You're leaving behind the old version of yourself and giving birth to a new version, stronger, wiser, more aligned with your truth. And this new version is ready to embrace prosperity in a way the old version wasn't. Pluto also brings personal power, resilience, and the ability to overcome any challenge. It shows you that you are much stronger than you imagine, that you are capable of weathering any storm and emerging even stronger on the other side. And this perception of power is essential to attracting wealth. Because when you know you're strong, when you know you can handle any situation, you act with a confidence that attracts opportunities. So in 2025, Don't be afraid of the transformations Pluto brings. Even if it's difficult, even if it's challenging, trust the process. Because on the other side of this transformation, there's a version of you that's ready to live a life of abundance, prosperity, and fulfillment. Pluto is preparing you for this, strengthening you, renewing you. And when this process is complete, you'll look back and be grateful for everything you've been through, because it's what brought you to where you are. Ninth test. The full moon brings clarity and closure to cycles. The moon has always had a strong influence on us, and full moons are moments of culmination, clarity, and completion. In 2025, Aries will experience several full moons that will bring important revelations, illuminating hidden situations, and allowing the closure of old cycles. And closing cycles is essential to making room for the new. Because we can't fill a cup that's already full, we must first empty it. The full moon does this. It brings to the surface what needs to be resolved, what needs to be released. It could be a situation you've been avoiding, a relationship that needs to end, or a project that needs to be completed. The full moon gives you the clarity to see all of this, gives you the courage to take the necessary actions. And when you close these cycles, you feel an immense lightness, as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. And it's in this empty space, this cleared space, that prosperity enters. The full moon also brings emotions to the surface, and this is important. Because we often hold on to emotions, we repress feelings, and this creates energetic blocks that prevent abundance from flowing. The full moon invites you to feel, to express, to release. It can be through crying, through conversation, through writing. The important thing is not to hold it in, but to let it out. Because when we release emotions, we also release energy, and this energy can be directed toward positive things, toward projects, toward dreams. In 2025, pay attention to the full moons. Observe what emerges in these moments, what revelations you have, what situations need to be resolved. And don't be afraid to act, to make decisions, to close what needs to be closed. Because each cycle that ends is an opportunity for a new cycle to begin, a better cycle, more aligned with who you are becoming. The full moon is also a time of gratitude, of celebration. It's time to look back and recognize all you've achieved, all you've overcome. Because sometimes we get so focused on what's still missing that we forget to appreciate what we already have. And gratitude is one of the most powerful energies for attracting even more abundance. So on the full moons of 2025, take a moment to give thanks, to celebrate, to acknowledge your journey. And then with a light and grateful heart, prepare for the new cycles to come. 10th test. The new moon plants seeds of new beginnings. If the full moon is the moment of completion, the new moon is the moment of beginning. It's the time to plant seeds, to make intentions, to start new projects. In 2025, the new moons will be very powerful moments for Aries to plant the seeds of prosperity they want to reap. The new moon brings an energy of renewal, of possibilities, of hope. It's like a blank canvas, ready for you to paint whatever you wish. And what you plant at the new moon has a tendency to grow and manifest in the following weeks. That's why it's so important to use this moment consciously, intentionally. On the new moons of 2025, take time to reflect on what you want to attract into your life. What kind of prosperity do you desire? Could be money, it could be health, it could be relationships, it could be inner peace. Whatever it is, visualize it clearly, feel what it would be like to have it in your life. And then make an intention. It could be in the form of prayer, it could be writing it down on paper, it could be simply mentally. The important thing is that this intention comes from the heart, that it's something that truly matters to you. The new moon amplifies these intentions, takes them to the universe, sets in motion the energies necessary for them to manifest. And after making the intention, it's important to take action. Because the new moon plants the seed, but we're the ones who need to water it, the ones who need to care for it. So after each new moon, think of a concrete action you can take to bring this intention closer to reality. If you want financial prosperity, maybe the action is organizing your finances, or seeking new job opportunities, or investing in a course. If you want better relationships, maybe the action is talking to someone you've been avoiding, or opening your heart to new connections. Every action, no matter how small, is a step toward your dreams. And the new moon gives you the energy to take these steps, gives you the initial boost. In 2025, new moons will be powerful allies for Aries. They will bring renewal, new beginnings, and the energy needed to start projects and make dreams come true. So mark the dates of the new moons on your calendar, and use these moments to your advantage. Plant the seeds with love, with faith, with clear intention. And then, trust the process, trust that the universe is working in your favor, trust that things will manifest in their own time. Because they will. The new moon is a promise of new beginnings, and in 2025, these promises will be fulfilled for Aries. 11th test. Your inner energy is aligning with abundance. The final test, and perhaps the most important, is something that's happening within you. It's a shift in your internal energy, in the way you vibrate, in the way you connect with the universe. And this shift isn't accidental. It's the result of everything you've experienced, everything you've learned, everything you've overcome. You're transforming, evolving, becoming a version of yourself more aligned with abundance. And the universe notices this. It senses when we're ready to receive more, when we're at a frequency compatible with prosperity. And in 2025, you're at that frequency. Maybe you're already feeling it. Maybe you feel that things are flowing better, that opportunities are appearing more easily, that you're more confident, more optimistic. These are signs that your internal energy is shifting. You're leaving behind limiting beliefs, old fears, patterns that no longer serve you. And you're embracing a new way of being, a more expansive, more confident, more aligned with who you truly are. And when we're aligned internally, the external world automatically adjusts. Things start to happen more naturally, doors start to open, the right people start to appear. It's as if the universe is responding to the new vibration you're emitting. And this is the strongest proof of all that wealth is on the way. Because wealth isn't just something that comes from the outside. It's also something that comes from within. It's a reflection of our internal energy, how we see ourselves, how we relate to the world. In 2025, Aries are undergoing this profound internal transformation. And this will be reflected in all areas of life, especially material prosperity. So take care of your energy. Pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs. If you notice that something isn't aligned with abundance, work to change it. It could be through meditation, therapy, reading, or self-awareness. The important thing is that you commit to this internal transformation, because it will determine everything that happens in your external life. And you're on the right path. You're aligning yourself with abundance, preparing yourself to receive. And the universe is waiting for you with open arms, ready to give you everything you deserve. We've reached the end of this video, and I sincerely hope these words touched you, that they awaken something within you. The 11 proofs I've shared here aren't just theories. They're real signs that 2025 will be a year of transformation and prosperity for Aries. But remember, none of this happens alone. The universe is giving you the tools, it's paving the way, but you need to walk the path. You need to act, you need to believe, you need to be open to receiving. The wealth that's coming isn't just financial. It's a wealth of spirit, of purpose, of fulfillment. It's a fuller, truer life, more aligned with who you truly are. So what will you do with this information? Will you ignore the signs, or will you embrace this energy of transformation? Will you stand still and wait for things to happen? Or will you take charge of your life and pursue your dreams? That's the challenge I leave you with. And tell me in the comments which of these 11 proofs touched you the most. Which of them are you already experiencing in your life? I want to know, I want to hear about your journey, your experiences. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the time. Hit that subscribe button and activate the bell, so you don't miss any content that can transform your life. And if these messages touched your heart, if they're making a difference, consider becoming a subscriber. That way, you'll help this work grow and reach even more people who need to hear these words. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. The universe is with you, the stars are aligned in your favor, and 2025 is your year. Believe it, feel it, live it. And may prosperity overflow into your life in every possible way. A big hug, and until the next video.